Yo, what's going on, guys? Infinite Smarticulls Gaming, and we are back, ready to slap with another Monster Hunter video. And today, we're talking dual blades. Oh yeah, top 10 dual blade designs with a few honorable mentions. Again, just like yesterday with the Switch Axe designs, this was so tight between these dual blade designs. I love me some dual blade action. I love the designs of the dual blades, and I couldn't decide between a few of them, so I had to put them in here because it was that close. Of course, I've mentioned this before. You know, we're not basing this off of sharpness, affinity, mix set builds, or anything like that. It's literally based off of design, color, you know, shape of the weapon, whatever it might be that makes it stand out as unique. So every weapon's got a fair chance. The 10 or so weapons that stand out to me are the ones listed in this video. We've got two videos today. We're going to do the dual blade design video here, and then, of course, we're going to do my all-time favorite, the greatsword design, best for last. Whoop, whoop. We're going to do greatsword later on today, and with Sunbreak, like, this close. I can't anymore. I'm so ready for this game to come out. Like, oh. But anyway, let's go ahead. Let's do this. Let's talk Monster Hunter, and maybe I'll calm down. Number 10, the Basil Hawk Rook Slayer. The Basil Geese dual blades, as you can see, look awesome. You know, look at the scale bits right there on the inside of the axe. The fact that they're little miniature axes is really awesome. You can definitely see how this is designed and modeled after Basil Geese. Of course, him making his first appearance in the world. These are indeed 5th generation weapons that have just been translated over into Monster Hunter Rise. I think this is awesome. I think this is cool. Definitely worthy of a top 10 appearance. Number 9, Gilead Soul. The ice dual blades. I like this design because look, you've got two blades. Why make them the same thing? One of the blades looks completely different from the other blade. Maybe that'll change how you handle the blade when you're in battle and combat. Who knows? But they're different. Each blade is different, and I think that is really cool. You're going to see that a lot through my top 10. I think that is a lovely design to go through, and I'm hoping with the new additions in Sunbreak, maybe we'll see some more of that right there, because that is cool. Number 8, the Holy Sabers, the weapons featured in Monster Hunter Legends of the Guild, in Monster Hunter Rise. These are cool, of course, just like I mentioned with my with the Gilead Soul, two swords, two different designs that fit each other. They still fit within the design range that they're going for, but they have a different take, which makes the weapon all the more unique. I think that is awesome. Number 7, Row Waga. Like the name. Love the design because the blades are not just straight blades. They've got a little bend, a little curve to them. Got some teeth on the backside. The handles are really nice there to protect the handler's hand in combat. I think these are really nice weapons, really lovely weapons. I used them once or twice when I was fighting with the dual blades. I love them. Alright, there's Somnicanth making her appearance again. The Illusory Frilled Claw. These look lovely. Absolutely awesome. It would look a bit awkward to handle in combat, not gonna lie. But of course, that's not what we're here for. We're talking straight design. And if you notice, there are slight differences between the two blades. They're not identical. And I think that, of course, again, is something that is very awesome. I'm loving that with the dual blades and how they do that. Number 5, the Raging Claws. Now, these two have a similarity between both blades, but I love this obviously because the wielder will put his hand into the claw kind of like one of those gloves you use when you're washing your car. I don't know if anybody uses those. I know I do. But puts his hand into the claw, and then therefore just start swinging their arms around. I think that is really awesome. Rajong has one similar to this, but I really like this one because it's got cat claws, and those cat claws on the end are very sharp, and I could just see a hunter coming in there just flailing their arms around. That poor monster looking like, oh my god. Number 4, the mini chainsaws. This one's so cool. Oh man, do I love this. I don't know if these made an appearance outside of World, but I do seem to remember these being in World. I love this design because they're mini freaking chainsaws. You got that metallic, rustic design, mechanical design that I really love and seem to vibe with a lot. But yeah, this one looks awesome. These are really cool. Number 3, fire and ice. As I was talking about earlier on in the video, 2 completely different weapon designs. Of course, Kushal's weapon tree here with this one. One of the blades is ice, one of the blades is fire. Literally uses 2 elements. In combat, you are using 2 elements. And of course, as we all know, spoiler coming up if anybody who hasn't heard, I'm sorry. With Espinas being in Rise, and him having 3 status ailment, whatever you want to call them, having a dual blade that uses 2 elements already in the game from older generation. It's the 5th generation. I don't see why in the world we can't have an Espinas dual blade that uses multiple weapons. I mean, multiple ailments. Multiple ailments. I don't understand why we couldn't have that. I think that would be awesome. And there's living proof right here with fire and ice that it can be done, and it has been done. Anyway, back off of my tirade there. The fire and ice weapon is awesome. The dual elements that are used in this make it very alluring and definitely worthy of my top 3. Number 2, Wyvern Lovers. The same reason. As you can see, 2 different weapons, or 2 different blades for the same weapon. We've got a Rathian blade and a Rathalos blade. Of course, these are both fire elemental weapons, but I still love that there is a design that is completely different for each individual blade in the dual blades. Of course, the Rathalos blade is a little bit shorter, but a little bit wider, while the Rathian blade is a little longer, but a little thinner. I really like that design. That is really cool, really unique for each weapon. Now, I've got an honorable mention, Rain of Gore, a blade and an umbrella to cover yourself from the rain of blood that you will ensue while using the dual blades. But yes, this one is really cool. I like this, and again, just like the 2 before it, even though this is an honorable mention, and I wouldn't necessarily put it in my top 10, it's very close because, again, the design of these blades are so unique. Each one of them is different. And then this one, I put this one in here because it's Dongo, and at this point we are Dongo enthusiasts for anyone who has played Rise, because that is all we eat. The perfected Dongo used as a blade, you can slap your monster with tasty, delicious treats and ruin their day. I think that is really cool, really awesome. Wouldn't necessarily put this one in my top 10, but definitely had to mention it. Number 1. That's right, Almudron is back, and finally, after being in like every top 10, the Almudron tree finally gets a chance to stand at number 1, the Mud Twisters. When I saw these in the trailers leading up to Rise, I said, I love them. They are incredible, absolutely incredible, and of course they're sheath. Right now they're sheath, but of course when they come out, the blade kind of separates from the handle, so it makes it easier and more practical to use in combat. And of course they glow, they do all the action there. I love them, I love them, I love them, I love them. the yellow, red, gray. Again, of course, you can see those 3 colors used throughout that have been so synonymous with the Almudron weapons. These are incredible. Giant circular dual blades. That is an amazing design. Whoever designed this one back at Capcom, they deserve a coffee. They deserve a pat on the back because this is cool. Anyway, that's my top 10. If you would grade the dual blades differently, let me know what your top 10 weapon designs will be. Leave comments, leave likes, and look out for the Great Sword video later on today, because we will be back.